Hello, cousins. I'm back with part 2 of the story of Auntie Bible and her Bible. Last we left off, a 10-year-old me had snuck into my Auntie Bible's bedroom, found her prized Bible, an actual Bible, and discovered that perhaps my sister T-Dog was not really my sister at all. And so, sadly, at the age of 10, I had to sit with this shocking revelation for many, many months, letting it fester. It's digging into my psyche. It felt very much like this. They're lying to you right now. They're lying. But one thing about me from the very beginning, I have always had a plan. And this time was no different. So I came to my mama. I said, you know what? There's something missing in my life. A little bit more Christ. So I'm requesting that I spend a little bit more time in the house of the Lord. I was like, not my home church, not the church we grew up in. I need to go to Auntie Bible's church, And so I lay it on thick. Oh, they have so many youth programs over there. Oh my God, I don't have any older brothers. Think about that type of mentorship I could be getting. And, Crockett, Auntie Bible's son, has always been like an older brother than me. I just need to spend more time over there. And so my mom was like, sure. I think she knew something was up. So I began to spend the next couple weeks leading to months splitting my time between my home church and Auntie Bible's church out by the ocean. And by proxy, I'm spending more time with Auntie Bible herself, who again, probably during all of this time, spoke like 8 words, unless she was in church, hooting and hollering in there, and Auntie Bible's 3 children. You already know Crockett, but Crockett has 2 older sisters. We can just call one of them Bible Jr. because she is the spitting image, spitting personality, spitting essence of Auntie Bible, does everything that she does, and can sing down, sings in the choir. And she has another daughter, let's call her BB, which just stands for bad bitch, because ever since she was a child, it seemed like she was focused on one thing and one thing only. Now it's becoming a bad bitch, and she achieved that. She's the type that at every family function, she shows up perhaps 2 hours late, takes a photo, looks sickening, and leaves. Energy. And so after months of attending this church that I don't even like, my hard work finally pays off. One glorious Sunday afternoon, Auntie Bible and Bible Jr. stay at the church a little bit longer, and they say, well, the rest of y'all can go. Go on home. So me, Crockett, and cousin BB go back to their house. Crockett is in his puberty phase, so he stopped hanging with me and lying to me and going outside and lying to girls. Perfect. It's just me and BB. And BB hasn't looked up from her nails but twice to look at me. And so I'm like, oh God, I have my backpack, of course, thinking it through. I'm like, oh my God, I just have so much homework. I just need to go upstairs and do all of this work. And BB couldn't care less what I was doing. Her style of babysitting was don't come back musty, don't disturb me, and don't die. And I said, period, I'm upstairs. And I sneak back into Auntie Bible's room. I get in that closet. I snatch that Bible, put it in my backpack, and hightail it out of there. And so my mama comes to pick me up. She's like, how was your time? How was church? How was Auntie Bible's? And I'm like, I'd rather not say. And so we don't go home. We go into my grandma's house because for some reason we just always go there. And so we sit in the living room. It's me, my mama, and my Uncle Boom is there for some reason. I'm kind of like, what are you doing here? He talking about somebody he about to run up on, do something illegal probably. And I'm like, when will this nigga leave? I got stuff to say. So he finally leaves, and it's just me and my mama sitting in the living room. And I slowly unzip my backpack. I take out the Bible, and I'm like, you got some explaining to do. And look what I found. And she's like, where did you get that? And basically, I'm like, don't worry about where I got it. Worry about what's inside of here. I need you to tell me, is T-Dog my sister or not? Because the contents of this Bible say otherwise. And so she looks at the Bible, sees what I saw, a name where it's not supposed to be. And so my mama yell, Auntie Backyard, get in here. And so my Auntie Backyard comes in, and my mom shows her the Bible. And she's like, oh my God, do you know this is a family heirloom? And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Somebody explain. And so my mom looks at me and says, your sister, T-Dog, is your sister. But I had T-Dog when I was really, really young. I was still a girl myself. And so when I had her, your grandparents confiscated T-Dog from me. And they said to me, you're still a girl. Go out and be a girl before you try to be a woman. And so for the first few years of T-Dog's life, my grandparents had her. And who lived in the house with my grandparents? None other than Auntie Backyard. Auntie Backyard took it upon herself to take in T-Dog like a little sister or like a daughter. And Auntie Backyard treated T-Dog like a princess. Her hair was always done. She had the latest looks. Literally, she was the most beautiful child in the entire family because Auntie Backyard was in that house. making sure she was taken care of. And my mom says, I always will thank Auntie Backyard because I got to go live, I got to go be out, I got to finish high school, I got to enroll in college, I got to do the things I needed to do to make sure I was ready to be T-Dog's mother. And Auntie Backyard is like, well, I was happy to do it. There were definitely days that I hated doing this shit. And one of those days was the days that I wrote this. And Auntie Backyard says, in my frustration, because I felt like this little child's mother, I just decided to write that I was. And so I'm like, wow. She's been a liar since the very beginning. But it also helps me appreciate so much more what Auntie Backyard has done for this family. And so I'm like, whew, thank God. My sister is actually my sister, I think. We go home and I'm like, oof, all is well. Until my Auntie Backyard calls and she says, did y'all leave with that Bible? And my mom looks at me, she's like, you took that Bible again? And I'm like, no, I left it there. And Auntie Backyard's like, well, Auntie Bible's here. She said her Bible is missing and your son is a known thief. So he probably got it again. And so this missing Bible creates a ripple effect. And this leads to what we will call in my family the first Great Cousin Council, in which all of the aunties and uncles come together to sit down and hash shit out, each with one child representing them, just in case some shit go down. And I can actually give a first-hand account on that one because I was the child present to represent the House of Susie. But I don't think we're ready to tell that story yet because it involves so many family members that we have not met yet. But that story, it's kind of like the season finale. But until then, how about we meet some more family members?
I toast to the gangsters. Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture. Bomber suckers with precision. My intentions to get with you with dance and double OP. Dog, my closest homies. It's so